Hey guys, this is the Superman Commentary Part 2. You can check out Part 1 in the description. Otherwise, enjoy the ride.
Okay, so we were thinking about this the other day.
Yeah.
So, you know how, you remember in The Boys, Homelander is about to save a plane.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't.
Right.
Because he's like, well, the plane's going way too fast.
Yeah.
If I fly towards it and I try to pick it up, I'm just going to go right through it.
Okay.
How realistic is that?
I don't know.
I've never thought about that because could Superman lift a plane?
Sure.
If it was flying?
I think he could.
He said I don't have anything to stand on. So I can't lift it.
Yeah. Well, I should probably start here. Superman and Homelander's powers are not nearly as comparable as they appear to be. Homelander was created. Everything special about him came from a bottle.
Yeah. Well, they don't really go super in depth with Homelander, I don't think.
They don't, but he's very much an enhanced human. Superman.
Well, but he can fly and he could lift a plane though.
Yes, he could probably lift a plane, but
that's pretty much all I'm asking though. Like, someone that can do that, can they? If the plane is in the air, could they fly under it and lift it up?
I think you'd have to grab it at the right point. Like in Superman Returns, he grabs it by the very tip of the plane and puts it down, and I'm just like, that's not how momentum, or that's not how balancing works in general. I don't care how strong you are, you can't take it by the tip there. But I think if you're under the plane and you're strong enough and you can fly, let me be clear. I don't know if in the real world it would work, but it works with movie magic. It doesn't overcome my suspension of disbelief at all.
Well, yeah, I'm just asking for realism.
For realism, I have no clue. I'm not
glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. In the meantime, I am going to point out this is a really iconic scene from the movie. There is a Peter Pan kind of thing that they start trying to do with Lois Lane. That she's like Wendy, and that she just gets caught up in this magical flying man.
I'm picking up that people are just kind of fed up with this guy. I really don't remember asking.
Would you like a glass of wine? No, thanks. I never drink when I fly.
That is
God,
such a
could you
dad
please
thing
just
to say.
loosen up for 2 seconds?
Okay, this upcoming scene is the worst scene in the movie, and it's not even close. All of the goodwill that you've built up watching this movie so far, all of the positivity and optimism, you're about to take a lot of that out of the movie.
Well, I look forward more to the bad scenes in this movie than the good scenes.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Well, there's two. This movie's really good, and then it has this really bad scene, and then it kind of falls apart at the end, too. But it's built up enough goodwill and what's already here that it's kind of like, all right, you have enough good stuff in the bank that you can make this withdrawal of bad stuff.
Yeah.
And still be a good movie.
It's got to have something cheesy.
Yeah, you're not ready for it, though. It is miles worse than you're expecting.
Is Miles Morales worse?
Miles Morales. It's Kilometers Morales worse.
Wasn't his dad saying Krypton the whole movie?
I invested in Krypton currency.
He's the godfather, so nobody corrects him.
Just don't tell him.
Nobody tell him.
Nobody tell him. It's okay.
If anybody tells him, they get fired.
Someone tells them they find a horse head in their bed the next day. Actually, I'll be handling the flying if that's okay. He's just full of these.
I can't stop.
That's his actual weakness. Is not kryptonite. he can't stop making jokes like that.
Yeah.
He's crying, someone help me.
If he doesn't make those jokes, he becomes like skinnier and like weaker.
He actually doesn't get his power from the sun. He
Yeah.
gets it from bad dad jokes.
Yeah. His hair becomes like messy. He loses the curl.
All right, I want you to see this. You are not ready. Pretty good, right, so far? It's really pretty. It's beautiful music playing. She's reacting to it. It's got that Peter Pan aesthetic kind of thing going for it. It's really well done. Graphically, they haven't tried to go outside of what they can handle.
So far, it's looking pretty good.
Really good scene. Got that John Williams music playing.
I like this scene.
Excellent acting from her and him. This is how I believe someone would react if they really were flying.
You son of a gun.
This is taken straight from the Peter Pan movies.
I feel like every John Williams movie that John Williams scores has to have like a scene where they're like in front of the moon. By the way, this score is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh. See, his powers work in such a way that he's able to make other things fly. At least in this movie. There's no way in the world he could be holding her to fly right now.
But I don't think that would be the way it works.
I don't think so either. I'm just saying, with the evidence that I am presented in this movie, the only conclusion that I could possibly make is that he can make others fly.
I feel like we're debating two completely different things right now.
He's holding her by the fingers.
Wait a second.
See?
If he were to just touch something, would it just start floating?
I don't know. See? Let go. Now she can't fly. But by touching him... So he has like a center of gravity around him that makes him make things fly.
She was perfectly vertical that whole time.
I just pooped myself.
Can you read my mind?
Here we go.
Do you know what it is that you do to me?
Is this what you were talking about?
Yep, here we go.
I don't know who you are. Just a friend from another side. Here I am, like a kid out of school. Holding hands with a god. You look at me, quivering, shivering.
You know there's just some assistant that's just some bigwig's daughter that got to write something.
Yeah.
Probably the writer for like To All the Boys I've Loved Before got to write a scene. Or like 50 Shades of Grey or something.
Something.
This
Belong in the sky.
this scene, stop it please. It's undoing everything that this movie has like worked so hard.
I told you.
Its track record is being undone in front of my eyes.
This beautiful flying scene that they had going, the John Williams score, and then they're like, I'm about to drop a poem on you guys.
Here I am.
God, please.
Read my mind.
God.
It's just like, it goes from magical and whimsical and beautiful. Like, that scene makes me feel like Mario Galaxy, and then all of a sudden makes me feel insanely awkward. I go straight from Mario Galaxy and Christmas to The Office. And Michael talking
No,
in an
it's
Indian
past
accent to
that.
Kelly.
It's like past funny and just unsettling.
Just like, please don't ever make me do that again.
Yeah. Superman just like leaves her on red from now on. It's like, it was a little weird, not gonna lie.
I just kind of suddenly started talking.
Yeah, I didn't ask you to do that.
We were having a lot of fun in the silence, and then you kind of got a little weird there. It's Superman.
Wait a second.
Superman.
Yep. It is.
All right, everybody, there's the credit.
I would clap right now if I could.
Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really. I was at first really nervous.
Is that not the greatest acting you've ever seen in your entire life?
Well,
I mean, not the greatest.
Well, I'm obviously exaggerating, but like, isn't that like so good? Like, I understand why people don't recognize him when I see that scene.
I also think that glasses do change what a person looks like.
Yeah.
Just like a little bit. I feel like whenever somebody like wears glasses my whole life, they'll like take it off, and like it'll be way different than I was expecting. I'm like, wait, what?
I definitely don't recognize sometimes when people like put on glasses or take off glasses.
Yeah.
Like it can't be like I see them every day, but like if it's been a while and they're wearing glasses suddenly, you know, it's like, oh, who the heck is that?
It like changes the way you treat them. No happily ever after. All right, what's this? No ogres. That's what it is.
Golly day.
Is that the freaking army? Let's get the entire Navy SEAL squad to come look at this one.
There's a car wreck. Call the army.
Calling everyone.
The military needs to be here for this. Yeah, call the ambulance now that we called the army already.
And they're all just looking. There's one person actually doing something.
No one's helping them. There's not like a medical person of any kind in this entire platoon.
Also, military uniforms never look like this.
I guess that's true.
Like, look at their helmets.
You know what they look like? They look like they're the guys from MASH.
Yeah. This looks like Ace Ventura.
Oh my gosh. It's got it written on his arm. What in the world ambulance is this? Is this... Okay. Someone tell me in the comments, is this what ambulances looked like back then?
I can tell you right now.
Yeah?
No. Were you expecting something bigger there?
I was.
This guy should not be playing Lex Luthor. I think that's my opinion now.
Really?
This guy looks way too normal.
Yeah, he doesn't have the... Like, a really good Lex Luthor has this imposing force. Lex Luthor's kind of like Spider-Man. Anyone who's a fan of him knows what he's like. And is constantly disappointed, at least slightly, that there hasn't been a really good version of him in movies, even though there are iconic versions of him in movies.
Yeah.
And also Jesse Eisenberg.
I mean, that's iconic. Is there a word for iconic, but like negative?
Bad?
No, but like infamous, I guess.
Yeah, infamous is a good word for it.
I really can't understand where that came from.
It blows my mind. Even Jesse Eisenberg himself, in an interview, was like, "Yeah, I was surprised they wanted me to play Lex Luthor."
It manages to be more goofy than this,
which is incredible.
It's really insane that like the opening scene with him is him literally like playing a game of pickup basketball.
Yeah.
Lex freaking Luthor.
Yeah.
And then like he like walks through and like puts the lab coat on and it's like, oh, now I'm just like you.
Yeah, Lex Luthor.
Who the heck was asking for that?
Somebody somewhere said, oh, well, in the 1980s, Lex Luthor would be an evil businessman. But in the modern times, an evil businessman would be like a Google company owner.
That idea almost never works out.
It never does. Just stick to what's good. Or at least do something good.
I'm all for updating stuff, but they never do it. They never do it right. They like modernize it in the most cringy way imaginable.
every time, and it always reads so weird and pandery, and oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like when Lex Luthor, the best version of Lex Luthor that I've ever seen that's not in a comic book is in the DC animated universe that was happening in the 2000s. Batman the animated movie, the animated series, Superman the animated series, Justice League, and Justice League Unlimited.
Uh-huh.
That Lex Luthor is incredible.
I mean, I'd assume so. That's what everybody says, like, the best version of everyone is. More
Yeah.
or less.
When he walks into the room, he's this imposing force. Lex Luthor should feel like someone as powerful as Superman can't beat him, even though he has no powers.
Only 5 minutes of poison gas. Find out who he is. What's he like? Where do you get that blue suit?
Perry's just still talking. Perry's actually just a senile man talking to himself.
Yeah. He leaves, he's still, like, talking, like, just gibberish.
Everyone thinks he's just like a quirky, like, news guy, but he's actually been insane for years and years and
He
years.
lives in, like, an asylum, like, Superman!
Gotta find stories on Superman!
He's just, like, staring at the wall, like, standing up.
This entire movie is actually just Perry White's, like, fever dream.
Wait, what? What was that?
I don't know.
That doesn't even follow
I
the
don't
rules
know.
the
I don't
movie
know.
has.
I don't have an explanation for it. Remember how good the movie was. Allow it to be.
You keep saying that, but these things keep happening.
I told you this movie falls apart at the end.
It's not at the end yet.
We're approaching the third act. Like we're in the third act now.
Okay.
And it's the first 2 acts are excellent. And then we have the one Lois Lane scene that's really bad. And then it kind of gets good again. And then just kind of slowly devolves into nonsense.
He hasn't even moped around yet, and I wonder why he even bothers. I thought that was a Superman thing.
There he goes.
Guess I have the power of Dig Dug. Freaking sure, why not?
He just takes whatever machine is down here and blows it up with by pumping air into it.
He like finds the Underminer down here.
I'm the Underminer! I am below you, but you are all beneath me!
We're watching that at some point. By the way.
That sounds good to me. To some degree, you can see how they reflected that Superman is America at its best, and Lex Luthor is America at its worst.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
Dude, that actor is from Cheers. The guy trying to press the button.
I didn't.
That's the postman from Cheers.
I didn't see it.
Yes, Clint.
I mean, I don't watch Cheers either, but
Yeah.
Well, your theory is quite
I'd be
impressive.
glad
I love
to-
how Superman isn't trying to stop him at all. He's just kind of talking with him. Man, Lex, that's really messed up.
Yeah. I wonder if you could like gaslight
When it came time
Superman into thinking something is kryptonite, and he'd be like afraid.
Yeah, he's like a soccer player. Like, whenever he gets remotely, like, touched, he's like,
Yeah,
oh! Oh, I'm permanently injured.
Yeah. This isn't quite as good as the Tim Burton Batman.
Really? Ooh, that's a strong statement.
Well, I mean, I don't think the Tim Burton Batman is perfect. I don't even think it's like an amazing representation of Batman, but
Really bad representation of Batman.
the movie itself, it's got Jack Nicholson, it's got Michael Keaton. Like,
I guess.
that's a good movie.
It is. I don't know. The first 2/3 of this movie are way better than the Tim Burton movie, but the Tim Burton movie is way more consistent throughout the movie.
I feel like this movie just kind of rushed through the Superman stuff.
Yeah. Like, they wanted to have certain scenes. You wanted to see him save people. And you wanted to see him help people and him get his identity and all that sort of stuff. And then they were kind of like, well, what do we do now? And they were like, oh, shoot!
yeah, we have like 30 minutes to kill in this movie. We gotta... It's like the people don't even like Superman that made this movie.
Yeah.
The kryptonite just stopped working.
Ayo! Come on.
Wait, that didn't even make any sense. I was very uncomfortable.
Why did you kiss me first? I didn't think you'd let me later.
That's pervy.
Yeah.
Why is it?
You ever hear of consent, lady? She's got her fuel light on. She's just driving without any gas, I guess.
I swear to God, if that makes a difference in the plot, that she forgot to fill up her tank.
Who in the world forgets to fill up their tank with gas? Oh, Tom Sawyer!
Why was that green screen?
Yeah, I don't know. That randomly looked really
That
bad.
was just a fence.
Guys, we can't pay for a real fence. We need a green screen in a fence.
This missile has been flying for, like,
Eons.
yeah, for a good chunk of the movie.
This bit's really good here where he's chasing the missile.
This is the first time I feel like there's been action in this movie.
Yeah.
It's like the same bus of kids in Man of Steel. Still doesn't save them.
Some psychopath is gonna give you a dilemma. Now choose.
Why are you doing a Tim Curry It voice?
Oh, that was supposed to be a Green Goblin from the
Yeah,
first.
that's true. William Dafoe.
There he is, lifting the fault line.
If you had to save Mary Jane or this bus, Georgie, I want you to pick now.
Let me assure you, neither one of them will float too.
Can you smell the circus, Peter?
Okay, kids, all right now.
See, that's such a dad thing to
He,
say.
like, saves the bus, leaves, they get hit by a missile.
Oh, man.
I gotta get out of here. Just saves himself.
Jumps out of the train, everyone else just goes careening off.
No. Nope.
That's not how that
Nope.
works. I'm just imagining, like, I feel like that would smush my fingers. Like, I feel like that makes my
Just
fingers
your
hurt
fingers.
thinking about it.
That would hurt my my toes.
Oh, my toes. Damn.
Damn. That's Lawrence Fishburne, like he gets an entire check just for
Coming in just to say that.
yeah.
Oh, good. The electric line is hitting the dam water. Because flooding wouldn't kill enough people. It's electric water.
So inconvenient for me.
I gotta say, this has really gone poorly.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, is that man all right?
It almost seemed to me like, you know, in movies when someone has like a gay relationship with someone but they don't want to like reveal it,
Oh, yeah.
so they like pay special attention to someone. Are they okay? What do you care?
Just saved Jimmy Olsen and everyone else is dead now.
Yeah. It's like right above like a nursery full of babies.
Babies and puppies.
Yeah.
Safe here, son.
And his mom.
No! Just saves his mom.
Yeah. Just saves the one man that he was concerned about. Is that man okay? You gotta be kidding.
It's the greatest tension in the entire movie is that she doesn't have gas in her car.
Was she trying? She passed the gas station on the way.
Yeah, but the gas station blew up.
She stopped there first before it blew up.
But then it blew up, so she didn't get any gas.
She was already gone by then. She was like long gone by then.
We might have to rewatch it. Look at this. I feel like her gas didn't... Like, she didn't need to be out of gas for this to happen to her. Like, at all.
Wait, so does it really not come into play?
I mean, technically, what the movie just implied was that because she was out of gas, she got hit by the fault line. But that is absolutely not the case. Look, it's in the middle of the road. It would have caught her.
Let that be a lesson to...
From now on, make sure you always fill up your gas tank, or else a fault line will open up and swallow you whole, and then electric flooding water will come in and shock you to death.
It really does almost mean certain death. The pacing in this movie leaves a little to be desired.
Yeah, there's a lot to be desired. Yeah. And yet it is still a very good movie.
I'd say it's a good movie. It balances out.
Yeah, it balances out. Wile E. Coyote!
I can't keep track of how many things are going on right now.
There's a lot.
They literally added like 9 storylines in like time frame of like 10 seconds.
To be fair, if a fault line fell, that is what... Like, there would be a lot going on.
Yeah. But they didn't have to show every single person affected.
Yeah. I think what they're going for is to try and make it seem like Superman is stretching himself thin to save everybody. But they still could have done that with, like, 3 bad things happening.
Yeah.
And not 18 bad things happening, and Superman's mostly concerned about the one.
They could have just made it 3 things happening, but those 3 things are going on in, like, very different parts of the world, so he has to, like, fly around.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I could have made this movie.
Yep, sign us up, y'all.
Yeah. I just make a movie better than this out of spite.
The tension's rising, but you know Superman's gonna save her because he's Superman and she's Lois Lane.
He's on his way to give that cat's back up in that tree.
Yeah, he stops and he
I've gotta hurry!
That little girl could be minorly inconvenienced.
That little girl has an exam tomorrow. She can't handle this.
He's like awkwardly aware of like her entire schedule.
Yeah.
Mr. Slim never ever pays attention to her.
Yeah. Squeaker. Wait. So then how did she die?
She got crushed to death.
But she's still intact.
But she was crushed to death.
But she would look like she was crushed to death if she was crushed to death.
Yeah, well, it's a PG-13 movie, Christian. They're not going to
don't
show her
the
being
body.
crushed to death.
Easy peasy.
The point is, she's dead. Or at least she's suffocated. One of the two.
He's like, aw.
Oh man, I flew with her for like 5 minutes.
Dang it, she interviewed me and it was really, really sweet.
It was a real nice interview.
Anyway. Just comes back from the dead. Were you cheating?
I heard another girl kissed you.
Yeah.
Now, if they ended it here, it would be a really bold move, a really controversial move. But it would still be a pretty good, like, whoa, kind of thing. Even though it doesn't capture the essence of Superman.
I would have been okay with Lois dying.
Yeah, I would have been okay with it. I wouldn't have liked it. But
I know what's about to happen.
this is so good. Look at that reaction from him.
Yep. This is like Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead. Have you seen that meme?
No.
He's like, no. You never seen that?
No. No.
His like wife died, and he's like, oh no.
Oh man. Remember a couple minutes ago when he couldn't get over to Lois fast enough because he had a limit to his speed?
Yeah.
Well, get ready.
Yeah. Back in time.
Yeah, back in time. By flying around the planet a certain direction fast enough.
Did this movie invent this concept?
Yeah, when people make jokes about this is what they're joking about.
I do remember that. This
just
looks pretty
reversed
cool
it.
though. This right here.
I mean, yeah, it looks good. Look at... It's going
Okay, yeah, never mind. I take that back.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is rough. I'm all for... I don't mind it when time travel fixes problems. But, if he couldn't get to Lois in the first place because he wasn't fast enough, I absolutely do not believe that he can reverse the Earth's orbit. First of all, reversing the Earth's orbit does not make time go backwards.
Wait, now what is he doing? Oh. So it would have stayed reversed if he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Dude, there's something there that you can do something with.
Yep. But they didn't do it.
Tenet was like, write that down.
Christopher Nolan watched this as a kid.
Yeah.
He's like, what if I made a whole lot of movies about time travel?
Yeah. Wait. Why didn't he undo the earthquake?
Don't think
Why
about
didn't
it.
he go back to Lex
Don't
Luthor?
think about it.
At the gas station, blow up beside my car. There's telephone poles falling all over the road. I'm almost killed and I topped the whole thing off. This stupid car runs out of gas.
I'm sorry about that, Rose. I've been kind of busy for a while.
Listen, Lois. The car running out of gas is absolutely your fault.
I would love to see the movie where he cracks. She's just like whining at him, and he's like, cut it out!
You have no clue what I just went through.
Saved the world. I've been making these stupid jokes.
I'm sorry that you forgot to put gas in your car.
Save yourself, okay? I'm going back.
Maybe stop putting yourself directly in harm's way every 5 minutes.
I really hope this movie goes back into the intro credits. From, like, in the end, it goes back to the same shot. And it's, like, directed by, like...
Look at him smiling at the camera.
Yes!
Yes. 3D.
Watch out!
Oh, I just ducked.
Oh, well...
Alright, well, Christian, that was your first time watching it all the way through. What were your thoughts?
I say that rounded out to about good.
Yep.
I really like some of the stuff in that movie.
Yep.
It's very, very wholesome. And then there's other stuff that's... I'm not about it. I don't like it at all.
Yep. Yep. Where'd you put it? Scale 1 to 10.
It's hard for a movie like this because it's just so iconic, and so many movies are like kind of like copy it after this.
Yeah.
It's like legendary,
Yeah.
but also it's just like the cheesiest movie ever.
Yeah.
Because I want to say maybe like a light 8.
Yeah, I would say a light 8 as well.
Yeah.
That's about where I was going to say. And the reason why it's an 8 and not a 7 for me is because I think this movie proves that if you understand your own characters, then you can get away with a bad plot.
Yeah.
Now, it's better to have a good plot and good characters.
Well, the plot isn't awful. It's just there's parts here and there.
There's some pretty bad parts.
Yeah, but like the plot overall.
Yeah, the plot, so like, the pacing is pretty poor in this movie. The thing where he flies around the world to reverse time,
Yeah.
you know, the Peter Pan flying moment, those are really bad moments. And it makes the plot suffer. But you're willing to still watch and enjoy the movie because it rings true, it feels right. Everyone feels like they are themselves, and they, like, you can predict what's going to happen because you know the trajectory of the characters.
And that John Williams score.
Yeah, the John Williams
Not
can
hurting anything.
make, like, the worst movies ever sound good.
Yeah.
He and Hans Zimmer share that.
That is a common trope of just a movie not being good, but, you know, John Williams or Hans Zimmer will be like, well, I'll give you this one thing. I'll make the music good. And you, like, wish the movie was better because of the music.
Sometimes it can even trick you into thinking the movie is better than it is, because it literally just raises it up.
Yeah. I can think of countless movies like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Any further thoughts?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first Super Lilly Brothers commentary. This has been Cameron.
And I'm Christian.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys for the next one.
See you next time.
Bye.
You know what to do.
And if you don't, ask someone.